Gentleman is going to inspire us. Look, he went from earning $2 a day working on a factory floor to now working with giant corporations, 500 Fortune 500 type corporations, companies you would have heard of like Microsoft, IBM, Pearson Education, and many, many more. So it's a pleasure to have you here, Manoj. Thank you for jumping on.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. Thanks.
You're most welcome. Hey, Manoj, let's get straight into it. Usually at this stage, I like to ask our guests here, how did you get on your entrepreneurial journey? How long have you been an entrepreneur and what got you started?
Well, I've been in business for about 30 years. What got me started was life basically pushed me into entrepreneurship because first, when I was working in a factory, obviously that was pretty hard work and I wanted to change my life. I wanted to get out of that factory. And the first step was to find a skill that can help me create more value. And I found that skill to be technology, software, computers. And then I came to North America in 1998 and I got a job fairly quickly. It was the dot-com boom time, but I also lost that job because of dot-com bust. And
Yeah.
then
Are we talking
then
about around late 90s, late 90s?
That's right. That's right.
I
Yeah, year
remember it.
2000. That's right.
Yeah.
Year 2000, the Y2K year.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah. So, and then I got a job again, but I lost two or three jobs in quick succession because of dot-com bust. Then September 11th happened. Then Gulf War started. So all of these things sort of led me to believe that job security is not a thing even in North America. So that's what pushed me into entrepreneurship, starting my own business, and doing the things that I am doing. I mean, so even so the reason why I say 30 years is because I started my current consulting company in the year 2000. So that's about 23 years, but I did some small business sort of side gigs, or as you start you experiment, right? So I have done those things even when I was in high school. I remember um, we were reselling, like I had come up with a plan to resell weight gain supplements to my
Wow.
friends. So that was in high school, and I did okay. I mean, we made some sales, but we didn't know how to run a business. So it's the entrepreneurs inside you never dies. It's
So,
always looking for those opportunities, right?
yeah, yeah. So you had a burning desire to be an entrepreneur. Uh,
Yes.
and was the fact, and you was doing that as a side hustle.
Mm.
Did you have those parents that said, hey, study hard, get a good job?
My parents were a little bit different. So the factory that I worked on was owned by my dad. He raised me as a factory worker. So
Okay.
he basically wanted me not to study, and he wanted me to uh, join join him as part of his business as I grew up. But he, again, I don't want to say, like, he taught me a lot of things.
Hmm.
Obviously he's my role model, but the way that he taught me was not something that as a young person I appreciated a lot.
Right.
And you see that in most cases, when you're young, you have your own way of looking at life, and nobody can tell you what to do and all of that stuff. So it's been an interesting journey. But yeah, talking about my parents, they had a very different idea about what I should do in my life.
Wow, wow, wow. Look, the I want to go down the your expertise. You are one of the global leaders in the space of AI, artificial intelligence, and you have four patents to your name, four patents, as you say in North America. We say patents here in the UK, as you know.
Mm,
So
mm.
tell us, how did you get into artificial intelligence? For now, especially 2022, 2023, That's all you're hearing. AI. But you've been in this field since the inception or around that. Tell us how you got in.
Well, well, actually, AI has been around since the 70s.
Mm,
So it's not new. But yes, I got started. We did our first project in AI around year 2007, and that was in the education sector. So we were helping universities create personalized curriculums, because today every classroom, every student gets the same curriculum. But as we know, some students are advanced, some students need more help.
mm,
So in a classroom environment, the teacher needs assistance. Like, we have teaching assistants, but with AI, we can provide personalized assistance to each student in the classroom. So
oh,
that was the first project we did. And the way that that I got into AI, or my company got into AI, as entrepreneurs, as engineers, or anybody who loves what they do, we are always trying to push ourselves to the next level of expertise.
mm,
What
mm,
else is new, what are the new tools available in the market, what new technologies are being adopted. So all of these things, when you pursue them actively, then you find yourself in the middle of these really impactful projects, or companies, or partners, customers. So yeah, that desire to just keep staying at the top of the field, that I think that helps quite a bit.
What is it about you, Manoj, that global leaders like Obama, Bill Gates, and many more said, "Hey, we've got to take notice of what this guy is doing. And we've got to listen to this guy." What is it about you? What were you doing that was different in the marketplace that all eyes were on you at one point?
See, the eyes. So let me all clarify everything, right? One is that Obama and Bill Gates, they took notice of the project that we delivered. They didn't mention me by name. I mean, as you know, in the world, there are multiple layers
That's right.
between the company that delivers the work, and then
The workers.
people like Obama and Bill Gates. But it was good to get noticed by them. The work got noticed because I believe, one of the things that we focus on is how can we directly impact human life, meaning how can we make other people's lives better? And that's why we have focused on a lot of the software that we have written, a lot of the technologies that we have created. They have been in the fields of healthcare,
Mm.
education, real estate, logistics. So these are things that we utilize every day in our lives, right? As parents, as people who want to be healthy. So when you build these technologies for making an impact, um, you end up touching millions of lives. And when you put that kind of like sort of that kind of energy, that kind of impact out there in the world, I think it automatically comes back. That's one thing I will say to entrepreneurs. Whatever you put out there, it comes back. It doesn't come back maybe directly from you. Let's say I help you out with something. It may not come back from you, but it will come back from somebody else, right?
True.
So we created a project to help students finish their degree programs, because a lot of uh, almost 30% of the students, they drop out of their
Oh,
degree programs in the first 2 years.
oh, wow. Okay.
And the reason is they find that the courses they enrolled in is of no interest to them, or they are too difficult. So we created an AI platform that helps match the students with the right courses. And
Oh,
that project was so successful that the students that went through that program actually took 20% more courses to finish their degree. So that is what got the attention of Obama and Bill Gates, right? So when you deliver something for the university, you had no idea that, oh, somebody like Obama will take notice. But then, when you put it out there, then it comes back from some other place, right?
Wow, that was great explanation and great work you're doing to affect humanity in that way. Let me ask you on the subject of humanity. A lot of noise out there that AI is taking over the world, and some people panic about I'm going to lose my job or I won't be able to do this and all. Tell us, give us a vision of what you see in the future in regards to artificial intelligence and commerce and lifestyle. What do you see?
See, I think the lifestyle and the world around us is going to change radically. It's already changing. AI is already in our lives to a great extent. If you take out your smartphone, everything on that device is controlled by AI.
Mm,
This video recording we are doing right now, you are sitting in UK, I'm in North America, but we can see each other in high definition and talk to each other. The
mm,
the internet traffic between our computers, it is managed by AI right now.
right.
So when we look at any news that we read online or even on TV or radio, everything is optimized by AI. So AI is already in our psyche. Talk about Brexit. Brexit was a
Yeah,
big event, right?
yeah,
The public opinion was shaped and formed by utilizing AI.
correct. Yes, you're right.
Okay,
Right.
elections are won and lost these days using AI. So AI is everywhere. Now, how this will unfold? See, machines, as they become more intelligent than human beings, then our IQ will not be valuable anymore. A machine is going to have an IQ of 1,000 or 2,000.
Mm,
There is no way for us to compete with the machine in that arena. And the society so far, from the age of the caveman, we
yeah,
have always valued IQ. We have always valued intellect. We have
right.
always valued people who can find solutions to the problem. But now AI will be so much faster and better at finding solutions. So what will happen is the emotional intelligence part of the human being will be valued more. So you will have a society where people who are more creative, who are more empathetic, who can listen to each other, that they will be the ones who will have an advantage, right?
Right, right, right. So
So
what I'm hearing you say here is this, any entrepreneurs, business owners listening in right now and thinking, oh, what's going to happen to my business? What's going to happen to my staff? What is the future going to look like? What I'm hearing Manoj say is that we are moving into an era where it's going to be about creativity, emotional intelligence, that those kinesthetic things that machines can't do is where
exactly,
you have an opportunity to capitalize on. Fantastic.
absolutely, absolutely,
Fantastic. Good.
absolutely, yes.
Good. One of the things you often say is about um, comparing meditation and artificial intelligence. What do they have in common?
Yes. You see, we just quickly talked about Brexit, right? So,
Yeah.
if a public opinion can be shaped for such large decisions, such impactful decisions, then obviously it is not difficult to recognize that AI and the human mind, they are part of the same continuum.
Explain.
Okay,
Yeah.
so our mind is a pattern recognition machine. So we find some patterns in our life and we say, oh, okay, that's how life works.
Uh-huh.
And AI feeds those patterns into our mind. And AI also consumes our data that we produce to learn about the world. So it's a roundabout circle.
Right.
So this is what I tell people. So meditation is more about understanding your subconscious mind, listening to your thoughts, and recognizing where those thoughts are coming from. And when you become an advanced meditator, you can start to change your thoughts. You can start to, say, oh, why am I thinking negative? This is, I should replace this thought with a positive thought. So that's what meditation provides. Now, a lot of people say, I cannot meditate because I don't have time, my mind is too busy, or whatever. So I tell them, okay, let me give you a magic wand with AI that will help you experience what meditation feels like. Okay, so you can take this down as a magic wand. So let's say you want to achieve something in the next 30 days. Okay,
Hmm.
we are all looking to achieve some big goals in our life, right?
Yeah.
But let's start small. Let's take a baby step. Anything that you want to achieve in the next 30 days. It could be, taking a mini vacation. It could be going to this nice restaurant. It could be something like signing a contract, something that you are hoping that you will achieve in 30 days, right?
Hmm.
Most people don't have a good idea of what that will feel like, what that will, that how will that unfold.
Right.
So you can go to a platform like ChatGPT and ask Chat GPT to write a detailed story about how it unfolded, and make sure that story is in the past tense
Uh-huh.
and it is in first person. So you can say, I went to this restaurant, I had, my limo arrived, and we got into the limo, and we were welcomed by the hostess, who ushered us into the restaurant. This is what we ate, this is what the flavor was like, this is who we met. So Chat GPT or a similar AI platform will give you a very vivid, detailed description, a storyline,
Right.
that now what you can do is you can read it every day for the
Uh-huh.
next 7 days, 8 days, 15 days, whatever it is. And then the sensations you will feel, the mental clarity you will get, that's what's called meditation. And the thing is, when you do it enough times, a lot of the things that you are reading and sort of feeding to your mind, they'll
Mm.
actually start to come true in your life.
Right. They'll start to manifest into reality. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. That's one good way. That's one way of using Chat GPT and AI. Thanks for that. And the I want to. We got a lot of entrepreneurs and who listen to us. Tell us, in terms of your opinion, what's the fastest and surefire way to become a millionaire or multi-millionaire, if one chooses to?
See, first of all, you have to get clarity on what multimillionaire being multimillionaire means to people. A lot of people think that achieving a number in the bank account is what success is.
Hmm.
But when you ask them, let's say if you do have $1 million or $10 million in your bank account, what then? What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
And most people have no idea what they are going to do with it.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll say, I'll take a vacation for a month. Maybe they'll say, I'll buy a brand new Ferrari, I'll buy a home. But after that, after two or three things, they have no idea.
True.
So first, get clarity on what exactly you want to experience in life, not possess in life, experience in life. When you get the clarity on that, that's step number one. Second step is self awareness. A lot of people, what they do is they say, oh, okay, I want to be a millionaire. This guy, next door, he's a millionaire. Let me see what he's doing, and I'll do the same thing,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we start to look at other people's paths, and then we start to try and replicate it. But we forget that everybody is different,
Mhm.
everybody is unique. Whatever works for them, it may not work for me. Or it may work even better, but chances are it's not going to work for me. So that self-awareness of what your passions are, what you want to achieve in life, what is your background, what are your core values, work work from that angle. So In that aspect, I tell people there is a Japanese concept called ikigai.
Hmm.
Okay, it's called ikigai,
Yeah.
and it's a framework where you can sit down and, within few hours you can find out what are you good at, what is the world going to pay you for,
Hmm.
what do you enjoy doing, what are your passions, all of these things combined, and it gives you the intersection of all these things, which becomes your purpose in life, because
Yeah.
that's what you are good at, you enjoy doing, people value it, people want it, people will pay for it, and now you pursue it with all your commitment, even if it's like, weird things that society tells you, oh, it's not going to lead you to anywhere. Like, I've had so many friends, they wanted to be painters, photographers, musicians, whatever, but they were pushed into engineering, medicine, law, because society and parents said the
That's what,
other creative pursuits are not going to benefit you.
yeah.
But once you find your ikigai, then stay consistent on that. And the last thing I will say is, it's never what you bring to the table or your skill sets or your technical expertise or whatever that is. It's always the people around you who give you that success. So focus on communication skills, focus on learning how to build relationships, because even if AI takes over, human relationships are the key to achieving any kind of success. You can look at your own life. Nothing in this world is produced by us. Everything is given to us by somebody else,
Right.
right?
Right.
When you get a job, somebody else gives it to you. When you get a business deal, somebody else gives it to you.
Right.
Your own life
That's right.
is
That's
given to
right.
you by your parents, so nothing is yours anyways.
Yeah.
So build that skill to create that community around you, and then you will never be a poor person.
Well, there you go. Let me ask you something, Manoj. What has been one of the biggest adversities or biggest challenges you've had in your life up to now, whether it's just in life in general or as an entrepreneur?
Well, life is full of adversities. I Of course, being a person of color is not easy, as you can imagine,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you have experienced it
I've
in your life.
experienced it many
Yeah,
times, yes.
yes, yes. And then coming to a different country, learning the culture, learning how things work here.
Mm,
Um, Again, these are all challenges, but these are interesting intellectual and mental challenges. But the biggest challenges I will say I've had are in my personal relationships, because I shared a little bit about my parents, and now I'm divorced, so I had a challenge in my marriage. So that experience is what led me to look into how AI works, how relationships work, how human communications work, and how is this world set up basically,
right, right,
and how AI can help impact the world because of the way we think, the way we communicate with each other, the way we build relationships with each other. So all of these things are part and parcel of what life taught me as lessons and what I observed in my experience.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Manoj, in the work you do in working with corporations and companies and with along AI, can you tell us a bit more about that? Is it mostly consulting work you do, or do you get involved in infrastructure of AI? It's soft,
Yes.
tell us more about that.
Yeah, we do end-to-end implementation. So we work. The starting point is consultation, where people are curious about how they can utilize AI to grow their revenue, reduce their risk, increase their certainty, because we live in uncertain times. A lot of, just not because of AI, but because of the economy, because of the multiple wars going on around the world. A lot of people find it stressful, the uncertainty. So we work with the client and figure out, okay, what is it that you need to, and where can we implement automation and AI and related technologies to help improve the business. And then we also have teams of experts who help implement these technologies in businesses. So we provide end-to-end services,
Right.
um, from consultation to implementation and then optimization further. So, and the results are, yeah, it's mind blowing, as some of my results can tell you, right?
Thank you. Listen, what is right now for those listening in, on the same subject about how to utilize AI for your business and in life, what is one of the biggest, what we'll call biggest wealth transfers that's going to happen because of this technology?
You see, AI is the next electricity. Okay, AI is the next fire. That's how impactful this technology is. Okay, so I'll give you a few statistics. The CEO of IBM, he has said that AI is going to add about $10 trillion, trillion,
Wow.
to the world economy by 2030. Okay, so what does that mean? Currently, the world economy is $96 trillion.
Nice.
So in the next 7 years, AI is going to add more than 10% of the world GDP.
Wow.
Okay,
Massive.
now on the flip side, the CEO of Google and Peter Diamandis, who is a very prominent scientist and entrepreneur, and many, many other people have said the same thing. In the next 7 years, again by 2030, there's going to be two types of businesses on this planet. One that are embracing AI and utilizing it fully, and one who are out of business.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how big the opportunity is, and those are the stakes. Obviously, when you see that electricity or AI is the next electricity or fire, you cannot imagine a business running without electricity
That's
or
right.
heat.
That's right.
So that's why without AI, nothing is going to move, right?
Right.
So
So you heard
um,
it from Manuj Aggarwal, if you're not embracing artificial intelligence now, you have no choice to embrace it or become redundant as a business. That's where we are going. And I'm going to go back to Manoj in a moment, but I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Business and Wealth Show. Remember to like, make comments as well. What have you picked up? What did you just pick up from Manoj in terms of what he's been saying around artificial intelligence and life as well? Remember to subscribe or follow depending on which channel you are on. And I'll say, Manoj, for those people who want to get a hold of you, contact you, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, the best way is to find me on LinkedIn. Let me know you heard me on this podcast. Let me know what kind of business you're running, what are your goals, and how can we help you achieve those goals.
Fantastic. And do you work with all sizes of business, small and large corporations?
Yes. So as long as so we have certain criteria, the kind of businesses we work with, but the most important criteria is that we work with innovators, people who are risk takers, people who can see where technology is going, because AI is still in its infancy, it's new. So people who want to get ahead and they want to utilize this technology before everybody in their field, in their industry starts using it, those are the kind of people we want to work with.
Okay, you want to work with the first movers. So you heard it here.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you've
Yeah.
got an artificial intelligent thoughts and you've got an idea or a concept, reach out to Manoj and see how you can bring that into reality because he's done that for all sizes of companies, including large fortune 500 companies as well. On that note, remember to reach out to Manuj Aggarwal on LinkedIn, his favorite preferred method. On that note, Manuj, I want to say thank you. Thank you for
Thank you so
jumping
much.
into this show, and thank you for spending time with us and giving us so much information.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You're most welcome. Until we speak again, everyone, thank you for listening in. Take care and have a great rest of your day or evening.